Hi friends, this is Chinmay. Welcome to Kids Hub. So today we are making a video on the topic nutrition in plants. It's the class 7 second chapter NCERT syllabus nutrition in plants. So firstly let us know the meaning of nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition is the mode of intake of food and its utilization, not only taking in the taking the food in but also utilizing it properly. So this animals perform the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Nutritions are of two types, mainly autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic is the mode of nutrition in which they make the food by their own, and the second is heterotrophic in which they take the help of other living organisms, or they are dependent on other organisms. So animals perform the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So let us continue the topic. So heterotrophic mode of nutrition includes 5 steps. Ingestion, which is taking the food in, and then it is digestion, which is breaking down complex food substance into simpler form. Then comes the absorption, which is digest the nutrients from into the body, into the blood. And assimilation is utilizing the nutrients, and addition is the removal of the food. So not all the organisms have the same type of ingestion. Not all the organisms would, as we take in the mouth, as we take the food into the mouth, not everyone would take like this. So other some types of ingestion, let us see some types of ingestion in short. So it could be scraping. Scraping would be ants. Ants would scrape the food. And chewing is humans. Sucking would be of bees. And swallowing, not chewing, it's only swallowing, like snakes. And capturing, eagle, lizard. Sponging is another type which secretes the saliva on the food and then take the saliva back. This is used by houseflies. Then digestion is a very important term in our topic, in our today's discussion. So digestion, what is the definition of digestion? The process in which complex substances in food is broken down into simpler substances is known as digestion. Digestion in human is from three types, in two types. One is through alimentary canal. The food will go through alimentary canal, but the digestive glands or the accessory glands are situated in and around the alimentary canals, which helps in digestion. But we saw that the process in which complex substance in food is broken down into simple substance is known as digestion, right? So how is this true? So if we take a series of carbs, it is not in the usable form. But if we take a single carb, it is in the usable form. So now let us know about the human digestive system. So firstly, if we take the food, we have to take the food into the mouth. First, the buccal cavity. We find the buccal cavity. The buccal cavity includes the salivary glands, which is present below the tongue, tongue itself, and the teeth. These three are the parts. Salivary glands, what does it do? It secretes saliva, which breaks complex substances into simple sugar. Here the digestion starts exactly. Then teeth helps in breaking and crushing the food. And canine, incisors, premolar and molar. These are the 4 types of teeth. Firstly, Incisors help in taking the food in, and then canines help in the breaking of food, and molars and premolars help in grinding of food. This type of amazing, spectacular, specular organism is human. It has all the types of teeth. Even you can see that tiger, lion, some predators have long canine because long and prominent, dominant canine, because they have to capture their prey using their canine. They have to tear the flesh. Then the tongue. Tongue helps in mixing the saliva. Firstly, we take the food in, and then the teeth helps in breaking and grinding. With the teeth, the salivary glands secrete saliva, and tongue helps to mix it into the food. Then, now it is a bit soft, and now it enters into esophagus. Esophagus is a structure which is pipe-like. This would be a pipe, and how does the food goes in? If this is a food, this once. But this type is not happened in the human digestive system. Here we have to press one by one like this, and then this would be come out like this. Okay, I tell you. Yes, okay. So this type of muscle contractions happened in the digestive system, which helps in soft traveling of food. Okay. So, did you see the video? It was a bit hard, but okay. Now, this which you just saw in the video, that the here I have to manually put the pressure, but in our body, when the food enters down, there is no control. We cannot manually touch it, we cannot manually press the esophagus. So what does the body presses the muscles. The body is contracted rhythmically by the muscles, and this wave-like movement is known as peristalsis. Not only now in the esophagus, but you will find this in the entire digestive systems, including small intestine to large intestine to your liver. Yes, even liver you will find this type of rhythmically contraction of muscles, which helps in the moving, the transfer of food downwards. Now, esophagus doesn't really helps in digestion. It is a just way of transportation. from the buccal cavity, the stomach. Now, the food is into the stomach. So, stomach secretes mucus, HCl, and digestive juices. What does stomach secretes? Three things. Secretes mucus, HCl, and digestive juices. Mucus would be on the inner walls of the stomach, because if HCl touches to the inner walls of stomach, it would burn. The burning sensation. So if you have some burning sensation in stomach, it would be because of HCl touching your inner walls of stomach. And HCl, what does it do? It stops the harmful substances entering into our stomach, and also activate the enzymes. Enzymes are like pepsin. Pepsin, the digestive juices, is also secreted by the stomach, which could be pepsin. The pepsin is activated by HCl. So if there is low HCl, the digestive enzymes would not be active. And also the protein digestion is totally done in stomach. The protein are totally digested into the stomach. So now the left out are macronutrients like carbs and fats. So now let us talk about liver. Liver is the largest gland which secretes bile juice, and bile juice is stored in the gallbladder. Whenever the need is, the gallbladder will secrete the bile juice into the small intestine. So now from stomach, the food will come to the small intestine directly. But these are the glands which I told you at the starting, the accessory or the digestive glands, which are present in and around the alimentary canal, like liver, pancreas. So pancreas is also a gland located behind the stomach. It acts on carbs, fats, and proteins. So now it also secretes some digestive juices. So now from stomach, the food enters into the small intestine. Small intestine is very long. It is nearly 7 meters long and very highly coiled. The complete digestion and absorption happens here. There are finger-like projections called villi, which helps in absorption of digested nutrients. Small intestine also goes through the process peristalsis, which I told you at the starting. It showed me some nightmares. Okay, now large intestine. Large intestine doesn't help much in the digestion process. It's nothing wrong if we say that large intestine doesn't help us in the digestion process. It just absorbs the left out water and make the feces or the waste food. It just makes the waste food and stores it for himself for some time, and then it is sent to anus and it is excreted to the anus. Now we learnt about the humans, but there is not only humans who perform the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. There are some other animals like cows. So cows comes into a special group of organisms called ruminants. What are ruminants? So ruminants have 32 teeth, but it has no canine. It has no canine, but because it's not a carnivore, it is a purely herbivore animal. So it has only incisors, molars, and premolars. Six pairs of molars and premolars, and 4 pairs of incisors. So teeth is like buccal cavity, and then it enters into esophagus, where we chew the food for very long time. Firstly, they take the food inside, to their body, they don't achieve much, and the food directly goes into the esophagus. Now, when it enters to the esophagus, it quickly, as I took a long time with this, the food quickly goes down from the esophagus in the ruminants. Then it comes into stomach. In stomach there are four main parts, not very much important to know, but the first part is very important to know, known as rumen. Rumen is where partial food is digested and it is soft now, and stored there is curd. Now the curd returns to the mouth in small lumps and the ruminants again start to chew it. For example, cow, buffaloes, oxes, even deers sometimes perform. Some species of deers also perform these type of process. Now, and for them, after they chew it, again enters to esophagus, to stomach, and now directly it enters to the small intestine. Now, in small intestine, nutrients are digested, and in the large intestine, the water is absorbed and then excreted through the anus. We learnt about ruminants, humans, but we didn't learn about a unicellular organism known as amoeba. Can you imagine a unicellular, one-celled organism also perform the same things as our humans do? The ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, addition, all five are done in amoeba. So, firstly, amoeba is a unicellular organism, no definite shape, and it can move through pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are known as false feet. Do you know about slime? How it moves? A bit same, you can say. So, amoeba can sense its food, and once it senses, it starts building itself around the food, and then it grabs the food inside it. It is called ingestion. Then, after ingestion, digestion, it starts shrinking. It starts shrinking, and then the shrinking process is only known as digestion, and then it starts to grow in size. It starts to again come back, known as absorption. It's absorbing the food. And assimilation is not instant. Assimilation could be anytime, whenever need is. And then addition is through when it takes out the waste food. Even a unicellular organism is doing the same work as humans do. Very fascinating the world is. So this was chapter 2 of class 7 science, and chapter 1 is pending, in which we can talk about the autotrophic mode of nutrition more. So here we have finished the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and then in that video we'll talk about the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Thank you. Have a nice day.